Hello YouTube, Siren James here. I'm doing a video of the H&K VP9. I've had this particular firearm for, well, since the year they came out, and maybe I can show you the H&K symbol. Oh, of course it's not going to do it because it's dumb. Oh, no, it's going to be stupid like that. Yay, there it is. This cam is, like, not doing very well. This firearm is fully black. It comes with, let me check it first. It's fine. Comes with like different side grips and backing. The texture is a lot better than a Glock's texturing. On the handle, it does fit my hand pretty much perfectly. This is a double stack. Magazine holds 15 rounds. My only problem, if you can hear that, is the and I've noticed this with a couple of Glock mags and my P320 mag, that one of the rounds in there kind of gets stuck, but if you hit it a little bit, it won't. Anyway, load it in like so. This particular VP9 has the ambidextrous mag release. It's the push down, what the Europeans use. Push it down there. I can demonstrate it here for you. You just press down on that little thing there, and the mag just comes out. I have not had any issues with using this type of mag release, other than the other mag release, which is the button, which is usually on this side, and you just press it. Some of them have ambidextrous buttons, and some of them you can just change the button with one way or the other. Anyway, this firearm comes with night sights. Make sure I don't aim it at anybody, including Dad. And the picture is not coming up. Oh, Dad. I'm trying to, well, I'll move it this way so I don't shoot you. Or point it at you, I should say. Ah, look at that. There's the picture. The night sights do work very well. Again, I've had this particular firearm for ever since it came out. So, oh my gosh, funky. So it does work. I've shot this gun, what, 500 rounds or so through this, and it's worked out really, really well. Has never had a failure to go in the battery, has never failed to lock back when the mag is in at the end. It has never had any issues with anything. Actually, this firearm has never had a problem. Not ever. So, Dad, you think you can go get me my P320 off the counter? Please? So we're going to do a little comparison of the P320 in a minute regarding this. This is slimmer, it feels slimmer, than the P320 as far as the frame here is concerned. Frame, whatever you call it, polymer frame. And the Striker Fire actually has a couple cool features on it. One thing I like is this. It is a charging handle, kind of like what is on the AR. Very bad comparison, but the AR, you stick your hands in and you kind of pull it back. This is kind of the same thing. You know, instead of just, using the side serrations here, it actually gives you a better pull to pull it back. When there is a round in the chamber, it does have a red, and now there's nobody up here, it does have a red dot in the middle that you can probably see there, to let you know that there is one in the chamber. There's not, of course, because there's no magazine. Thanks. The thing that the reason why I went with the Carry P320 over this um, is for a number of things, and I'm kind of like a weird person. I do like it that it has a Picatinny rail on the bottom. I do like the weight of it when there is a full magazine in there. It's not too heavy. But again, you just have to get used to it. When I bought this in here, I don't know if anybody else has this, but in here there's there's some red in here, and I don't know what that's for. I want to say it's paint. It's at the top, right above where my finger is at. It's in that little groove there. Don't know what that's for. This is the easiest takedown firearm that I've ever owned when it comes to handguns. And I will demonstrate why that is now. And for this demonstration, I'm also going to use the P320 as a comparison. Magazine's out. Nothing. This is a big, kind of beefier type weapon than the VP9. As far as length goes, VP9 is a little bit longer. I don't know if you'd call this a beaver tail or not, but you're not gonna get any bite from it. Neither with this either. So as far as aesthetics go, I like flat dark earth stuff and different colored weapons. I don't like my weapons to be just black because they look plain. I'm not a plain type of person. So, takedown. So they have a takedown lever, which is right here. You just make it go to the back, like so. And let's see if I can do this with this finger. And you just, there it goes. You just pull it down. And it was easy. It was not hard at all. You just pull it down. At that point, you release it. And it just comes right off. That's it. And you can see all the internals and everything else. As you can see, this gun is like actually clean. I cleaned it and I haven't fired it since I cleaned it. You don't have to pull the trigger either. You just do it. So to get it back on, you just put it on there again. I like to bring it all the way back again. And then just up. Ready to go. Done. Simple. Simplest, easiest. There's not too much tension in that to push down on. There's not that much tension. And what I mean by that, and I've seen this in a lot of other P320 videos, is people will. Now this is just comparing. This is a newer gun than this one by like a year or two. You just bring it back like you're supposed to, but to get it down there, man, you have to just. You have to really use force to get this down there. Like a lot of force. And look at my thumb. You know, that much pressure on there. And then, of course, you just take it off. Some people have said that that gets easier with time. Using it, firing it, blah, blah, blah. But again, who knows? So those who want to know if your firearm has been through, if you're going to buy one of these, has been through the upgrade process. If you look at my slide here, on this side, in the slide there's been some machine work, that hole there, and that is one way to tell. The other way to tell is this piece that my finger's on here. If it has that on there and it has that indentation in the slide, then you know that it's been through the process of the weapon upgrade program that Sig Sauer does. And you just slide the slide back on, and you just push the lever up, and you're back to go. Again, these two firearms are totally different. I highly don't like. I like this more than that, just because of the color. As far as feel, they both feel great to me. You know, again, this feels a little bit thinner and lighter than the SIG, even though the SIG is metal slide and such polymer frame, metal slide and such polymer frame. This still feels lighter than this by a little bit, um, as well as when the mags are in. So you just really have to ask yourself on what what you want. This is easier for me to carry than that, and I have a stealth gear holster for for this as well. It is my first stealth gear holster that I bought for this. I have a video on that, by the way. And it held this gun really well. There was no issues with the finish, nothing when I carrying it inside the waistband. This I carry outside the waistband. I'm thinking about going inside the waistband just, you know, for a little bit better concealment. But again, you just do what you know, do what you want. So that was the SIG mag. And here's what happens when you put a VP9 mag into a SIG. It won't even go. No. So, currently I have some ballpoint ammo, ball ammo. This was doing a tiny bit of wiggle inside one of the rounds, like normal, like that one. But it was not as pronounced, and right now I'm not even hearing it, as the VP9. The one thing I don't like, okay, about this, the only one, is I do not like that, I don't like the black. You know, SIG, sorry, but... SIG, sorry. Sorry, SIG, but if you could make that just the same tan, that would be great. There's enough black on the gun, the sights, the barrel, all the controls on each side. There's enough black, that just doesn't do it for me. So if I could get maybe a bottom plate or something to put on, this can be black, but just the bottom plate that goes in to be tan, just like the gun, would be nice. Yeah. So, as you can tell, I went and spent a little bit extra money on the stealth gear, and that's what I use. It's like a deserty camo type color, which is cool, and I think it matches. I think it matches well with that. The stealth gear I don't have it up here with me. For this is just a black one, and the backing is red type of thing. And now I don't even hear the clicking at all anymore. So, reviews on this firearm. Do I think it is reliable? Yes. Is it accurate? Yes, it is. This is a very accurate weapon. The trigger is good. And just, I mean, I know this, you know, some of you may say, oh, this is dumb. For those of you who carry without one in the chamber, and there are some who do, and I'm doing this for them, if you're in a store and you're at the back of the store and you hear someone getting robbed, you can easily rack this without making any noise. Who's going to hear that in the store? And the trigger pull is just, it's phenomenal. And getting your finger on the safety is not hard. It's there, and it's crisp. And then it is a wonderful trigger on this. I don't know what it is, but it's a wonderful trigger. I like it. I've compared this to my dad's 17 or 19, this size. 17? Okay. I've compared this to the Glock 17 that my dad has, and to be honest with you, I like this a lot more than that. Yeah. The only thing I don't know is there's a dot here, and I don't know what that is. It looks like it's filled with gunk. Yeah, see that little dot? Yeah, it just looks like it's filled with gunk. I'm gonna take something in that and see. But anyway, I've had this firearm for like 3 years. This firearm is now my wife's firearm. When I bought this, she has shot this where we go shooting, and she loves it. She said this is a great firearm, easy to control, easy to manage. Some of you may not like the push down mag release. Just letting you know that the VP9 has now come out with a button release, which is on the this side, and it's just like the Glock and that, and you just press. I'm not sure if that mag releases ambidextrous right off the bat, or if you have to change it around, or if they're both just there. So anyway, like this one is just one button. You just press it, and I think that this also has a good. Man, there's a little bit more clicking noise when you first do it, but the end of it, the noise, there was no noise when it was going back. There was a little bit of noise for the VP9. So it just depends on what you guys want. Uh, I recommend both firearms. I am not just a SIG fan. I am an H an H&K fan. I don't own any more Glocks, Dad. Not really. I don't like Glock's takedown. I'm sorry, guys. You know, Glocks can. Yes, and I bought one SIG. Anyway, I am a Glock fan. I think they're reliable. I think that they're chunky, some of them. The Glock 21, for example, that I did have. Um, I think that the everything is fine. I think the I called it the release mag release button, not mag release. I'm tired. The slide release button. I think on the Glocks is a little bit too short on it compared to other manufacturers. But all in all, yes, Glocks are reliable and they're fine. The problem is, and the only problem I have with them, is their takedown. Now people can, oh, they're easy. Yeah, but they're not as easy as this. You can, yeah, sure they're easy, but they're not as easy as one of these. So, you know, you want people to seriously consider you and look what this thing came with. It came with night sights, it came with front serrations, it came with these, I don't even know what they call them in the manual. These little side things to help you grip better, which are really cool. It comes with letting you know that there's something in the chamber, an indicator, and the trigger is better. Um, so, I mean, all those things on this firearm, when I think we were pricing the Glock. What was the Glock? $60 less or something? Like 60, $70 less. For that short of a price distance between this and, the Glock's version, there's no question to me. Just because it's so dang easy. This is the easiest firearm I've done to be able to take it down. That was nothing. That shows nothing on my fingers like the SIG. It's easy. Get it off there. Simple. Simple. And then just get it on there. Pull it all the way back like it's supposed to. Make sure it's locked back. Push the takedown lever up again. Ready to roll. So, yes, I think that this is a substantial firearm. I think it does a very good job of what it's supposed to do. I think that, yeah, I think it's great. I think it's amazing, and yeah. All right, well, thank you guys very much for the, watching. Be sure to watch my other videos and such, and I hope to be doing more soon.